Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope my audio and video is fine. Can you just give me a quick thumbs up so that we can start this session on last minute tips for INICT May 2023, which is going to be on 7th of May. Just give me a quick thumbs up so that I can tell you some of the points from my end, which might be of useful to you in the exam. Just give me a quick thumbs up. Okay. All right. Yes. So the exam is very, very close, guys. We have 3 days left for the exam, and today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. At this time, you will be through this particular exam. I'm sure that the different people are writing the exam with different aim in the mind. Some of you have already got great ranks in the NEET exam, and they have a dream of entering into the Central Institute. Some of them have prepared very well for the NEET PG exam, but they did not get the rank that they were looking for. So they want to give it to a final push for an exam. Some of you are preparing for the NEET PG exam in the upcoming upcoming months, and they want to give an exam. So now I will talk, है ना, थोड़ी फिल्मी बातें करते हैं. देखो, every exam has to be given in a way that it should be your best attempt, and I still remember that dialogue by Shahrukh Khan कि ये 70 मिनट कोई तुमसे नहीं छीन सकता. तो सिमिलरली इन दिस एग्जाम ये 180 मिनट्स कोई तुमसे नहीं छीन सकता. तो गिव इट योर बेस्ट शॉट. Before I talk about anything, give it your best shot. Try to go to the exam that you will have to attempt to the best. Whatever preparation that you have done till now, you have to give your best shot. And how will you give your best shot? You will give your best shot with only one thing, and that is whatever that you have studied. If something is asked from that particular part, you will have to make sure that you are doing it right. And how will you do it right? First, by reading the questions properly. Please remember, AIMS exam is not just the testing of your knowledge, it is the testing of your patience, it's the testing of your presence of mind, it's a testing of how you read the questions. So, one promise that you have to do with yourself is that you are reading the question very, very carefully. Okay, you're gonna follow some basic tips: age, sex, and not and except. You will make sure that you are reading in every question. In every question, you are paying attention to age, sex, not, and accept. You are not supposed to miss any of this. You are reading all the four choices very, very carefully, and reading the sentence is going to help you in ruling out two choices very, very easily. The two choices the two choices will be closely placed, and you have to pick up the answer by ruling it out. What is given normal in the question? What normal information that is given that is going to help you in solving it out? And these are some very, very basic tips. Okay. First, let's talk about some general tips. I'm sure you know your examination center. I'm sure that there should not be any last minute apprehension. You have kept your admit card, you know the way to go, you know how much time it takes. Please make sure that whatever is a time, you are reaching half an hour extra before to your center. These last minute apprehensions spoils your preparation, spoils your mood, and you are unable to give your 100%. So please make sure that these last minute apprehensions are not there in your preparation. These last minute anxieties are not there. 200 questions, 3 hours you have with you. Okay. One very, very big change from the NEET PG exam to the INICT exam is mark for review. Please remember, in the NEET PG exam, whichever question that you have kept for mark for review, even if you don't do anything for that, it is counted. However, in the INICT exam, if you have kept something for mark for review, it is not counted. So please make sure that you are taking care of it. Okay. How many questions to attempt? I still remember, it was year 2018. There was a student in Bangalore, and after the exam, he called me after the November INICT exam. he called me and I asked him ki sir, that how much have you attempted? He said sir, all. I said why? He said sir, INICET में या तो रैंक आए या ना आए, मीडियोकर तो बेकार हो जाएगी, है ना? तो इफ यू वांट टू गेट अ गुड रैंक यू हैव टू कीप योर अटेम्प्ट हाई. A mediocre rank still work in NEET PG. It doesn't work in the INICET. It doesn't serve a purpose. And if you want to get a good rank, you have to keep your attempt very, very high. That's a simple principle. But sometimes it's very, very difficult. So the rule is, if you cannot, if you do not know anything about the question, leave it. If you do not know from where the question has been asked, if you cannot rule out even one option out of the four, then it is it is to be left. However, if you can rule out one option out of the four, then definitely make an attempt. That's all. That is what I feel, that the minimum attempt should be 190 questions out of 200. That is how it should be. Uh, Please strategize your exam in a way that 200 questions in 3 hours. Try to quickly do those questions. I mean, there are different people who follow different strategy. What I want, or my strategy is, if you want to follow that, please make sure that in the one first go, you are quickly doing all those questions that you can easily do. The last thing that I want any student to come and say, "Ki sir, I had 10 questions unread in the paper." That should not happen. None of the question should be left unread. So first reading has to be very, very fast. Try to do it in less than 2 hours. That all those questions that you can quickly complete, quickly go through that, in which you are not putting up too much of your brain, in which you have to spend a lot of time. Then in the second reading, do all those questions where you are able to rule out one or two options. And in the last reading, look at those questions about which you have no idea. Please remember, common sense will be very, very important at this stage. Okay, what do you mean by common sense? Lot of questions are there in the paper. I can talk about some of the radiology one, so I will not discuss the question. Look at what view is given, and if it's a frontal view is given, then there are diseases which are specific to the frontal view, and like if it is a frontal view of the neck, it cannot be thumb sign or epiglottitis. If it's a lateral view of neck, it cannot be laryngotracheobronchitis. If it's a frontal view, it cannot be spondylolisthesis. So there are certain diseases that are specific for certain cases. Look at the age. Age is gonna play a very, very important role, and that is also gonna help you a lot. So these are very, very small points that is gonna be very, very helpful. Okay. Now please make sure, if a question is one liner, you have to read each and every word of the question carefully. However, if the question has got 2 lines or more than 2 lines, don't read the question first. First read the last line of the question and then read all the four choices. They will give you a much better idea about the question, and then read the question. You will see that you are taking 50% less time in completing the question. So all those students who feel that the time कम पड़ जाता है, I am telling you, time will not be a problem. It will be very, very useful tip for all of you. Okay. If you have a question where it says 1 and 2 are correct, 1, 2, 3 are correct, 2, 3, 4 are correct, 2 and 4 are correct. Most of the time, what happens in such kind of questions is A, B, C, D. Out of these four statement, one is not known. It's a good idea first to look at the option, how it is written. If one is given in all the options, obviously you need not to spend time on that particular part. All right. So those are some very, very small things that is gonna help you. Match the following is another area. One column, two column. Now you have to make sure that a lot of time you can come across some of the match that you are not aware of that. Then again quickly go through the choices, how the matching has been done. And let's say it says 1 4 2 3 3 2 4 1. So you can identify, or let it says four options, one is 1 2 3 4. That means if you know what is one, then rest 2 3 and 4 are immaterial. Okay, so match the following, multiple completion type, all these questions are gonna be there. It's gonna help you. If you have an image based question in the paper, image is important, but that does not mean that the theory that is given in the question is not important. Sometimes the diagnosis lies in the theory. Image is a supporting thing. So image is gonna help you, but it is mostly a supporting thing. All right. very, very important tip that I want to say. I still remember my grandfather used to tell me this. Listen to this carefully. I studied whole night because finals were near. I went to bed, but my thinking was clear. I knew all the answers, my marks would be best, but I failed in all subject because I slept through the test. So that should not happen. You should be in the best of your concentration ability in the exam. So have a sound sleep before the exam. I know it is difficult for a lot of people to sleep before the night, but close down your book, put off lights. In the initial time, you will feel like that, oh, I am not able to study, because you're getting anxious. I am not able to study. What should I do? And then you open your mobile and then say, oh, what should I do? Ignore it. Just keep on lying down. You will not realize that when you have felt asleep. Okay. Even if it takes half an hour, even if it takes 40 minutes, if you're lying down, your body is relaxing. So that is good enough. But please make sure that you are keeping a room of 8 to 9 hours for your sleep at this time. You are not compromising on this. I'm telling you, it will be very, very useful for you. Okay. A lot of people ask me at this, say, sir, padhe kya? In the last 3 days, what I should read? If you have consolidated your material of all 19 subject, quickly glance through it. What you call as a 20th book, what you call as a last minute revision point, what you call it as a forgettable stuff. If you have already created it for you, then please do that. Otherwise, the gold standard of the last minute preparation is your previous year papers. Please make sure that you are once again going through last two AIMS paper, last two INICET paper. That means November 2022 and May 2022. You are definitely going through question by question, because AIMS is known to repeat some of the direct questions also. There have been a lot of questions that are going to be asked from frequently asked topic. So if you have done those theory pretty well, that is going to be definitely very, very useful for you. But AIMS is also known to repeat some direct question. And as I always say, it's a crime to do a repeat question wrong in the paper. You are not supposed to do any repeat question wrong in the paper. Okay. If you are already fed up in reading from the books, you can scroll the DBMCI YouTube channel and you can see all those PYQ discussions that we have done in the past. I mean, all the subjects have been covered and you can go through them. But if you have already done with them, you can go with your previous notes or those things. Okay. Relaxed. Please note, 180 minutes, 200 question. It's a doable task and you have to give your 100%. Bache, the way that the things are going, according to me, it looks like that it is gonna be NEET PG only, because had it been next exam for the interns and post intern, the notification should have been come by now. So it looks like that it should be NEET PG exam. And moreover, that was the original plan of the government also, that for the intern and post intern, they're gonna be doing the NEET PG exam. However, it is very, very difficult to say with 100% certainty at this stage. So let's keep this video only for the last minute tips for the INICET. And once the INICET exam is gonna be over with full strength, we're gonna be talking about the NEET PG exam. Okay. Rakshita, any other point that you have, just let me know. All right. So all that I will say to you is that please give your best shot. And not here, not there. Let's let's give our best shot in a way that even the God has to say, यार इस बंदे ने तो बहुत मेहनत करी है, इसको जो चाहिए वो इसको दे दो, है ना, जो चाहिए वो इसको दे दो, है ना. I always believe on this particular part that the God is listening to everybody, the God is watching everything, and the God is gonna give you the result on the basis of the honest hard work that you are doing. You people have done a very, very sincere hard work, and I am very, very sure that you will be getting the result that you are looking for. Okay. If you have a doubt, just put it onto the chat. I will try to answer it to the best of my capability. But at this stage, I will say, pull up your socks. Please try to do some PYQs or some what I call as a fat, which is a frequently asked topic in the last 3 days. Please make sure that you are not doing anything that has been a repeat wrong. Please make sure that you are reading the question carefully. Please make sure that you are not doing silly mistake. Please make sure that there is no last minute apprehension or anxiety. Please make sure that you are not forgetting your admit card. A few days back, one of my um colleague called me that she went to the airport and she forgot to take any of the ID with her, and she did not allowed entry into the airport. She did not have Aadhaar. She did not have Digi Yatra. She did not have the Digi Locker, and she denied an entry. So these kind of apprehension, these kinds of anxiety should not be there. You should not be stuck in a traffic jam. You have to make sure. Please remember the NEET UG exam is also there on that. So expect lot of lot of traffic onto the road. 20 lakh people are writing the NEET exam. So expect lot of traffic on the roads. Please, last minute anxiety, last minute apprehension should not be there. Should not be there. Okay. I feel that the at least the two uh, the May exam, May 2022 and November 2022 should be done very, very thoroughly. If you can do 4 year or 5 year quick, then that is the best thing. But last two exams has to be done very, very thoroughly. Okay. I will honestly and sincerely pray from the God all our blessings, not just from my side, but from the entire team of DBMCI, from the entire faculty is with you. And I'm sure that you will all gonna come out with very, with a lot of flying colors. When attending maximum question, negative mark decreases the overall percentile every time. But this happens with mediocre or the middle rank, not with the people who are getting a rank in a range of top 300 or top 400, because most of the time these are the ranks that matter in the INICT, specifically the majority of time, if you're looking for a good clinical seat. But the 20th book ideally should not be too large to revise, because if it is too large to revise, there is no point making the 20th book. The whole idea of the 20th book is you should be able to revise it in the last 3-4 days. Because if the 20th book is too large, then what is the difference between a 20th book and your all 19 subject notes? So now, if it is too large to revise, then leave it and focus on previous year questions. Now, whichever is that you can do, try to do that. On attempting 190 plus, the number of negative increases. तो दिव्य देखो, मेरा बड़ा सिंपल फिलोसफी है लाइफ की. I believe that always think about positivity in the life. Don't think about too much of the negativity. The negative people have the negative things around it. I always believe that negative तो बढ़ते हैं, but positive भी बढ़ते हैं. और हर पॉजिटिव 3 नेगेटिव को मारता है ना. इन एन INCT हर पॉजिटिव 3 नेगेटिव को मारेगा. सो मोर पॉजिटिविटी यू हैव, you will have more power to kill the negativity inside. If you will decrease the negative, positive will also decrease, and एक कम positive 3 नेगेटिव को बढ़ाने की possibility देता है ना. How to overcome anxiety and emotions on the day, as it costed me a lot on the NEET PG day. Yeah, Krishna. So that's a challenge that happens uh, with lot of people. But believe on God, trust on your preparation. You know that you have prepared very, very well, and this anxiety happens for the first 10 minutes. That is my experience has been. Now how you handle those 10 minutes is gonna decide how the next 170 minutes are gonna be there in the exam. Our blessings are with you, the God blessing is with you. Everything will happen for the best. If your efforts are true, if you are honest with your preparation, you are bound to get the result that you're looking for. There is no doubt about it. Okay. With this, I will stop this session. It was a very small session. My prayers are for all of you. Please, please do well. Do let us know that if we can do anything for you in the next 3 days. But rock the exam, guys. है ना. दोबारा से बोल रहा हूँ, ये 180 मिनट, these 180 minutes, nobody can take from you. So give the exam from your heart, give your best shot. Once you're coming out of the exam, you should say, sir, this was my best attempt, this was my 100% best attempt, and I'm gonna come out with flying colors. I'm telling you, people have done wonders in the exam when they are going with a positive frame of mind that yes, I have to do it. So guys, chak de fatte and wish you all the best and may God bless you all.